23, Dwayne Bryant, senior forward, 6'7", 190 from Brunswick, Georgia. And Kenny Holmes, a junior guard, 6 foot 186 from Lithonia, Georgia. Now at the University of North Georgia Nighthawks, they will start number 22, Tanner Clemens, a junior guard, 6'2", 188 from Franklin, North Carolina. Also by way of Raven County. Number 23, Shaquan Cantrell, sophomore guard, 6'4", 195 from Gainesville, Georgia and Gainesville High School. Also getting the start, number 25, Travis Core, a senior guard, 6'2", 167 from Trenton, Georgia. Number 32, T.J. Williams, a sophomore forward, 6'7", 240 from Wilmington, North Carolina by way of UT Chattanooga. And number 33, Dylan Setsakorn, a junior forward, 6'7", 194 from Gainesville, Riverside Military by way of the Citadel.
Are you ready for some basketball in North Georgia as we bring you Nighthawks basketball here to start off the 2014-2015 college basketball season. Non-conference action. Southern Wesleyan University out of Central South Carolina, now a member of Conference Carolinas and provisional status in North Georgia. The Peachville Conference will get things underway as teams get ready for today's ball game. We'll turn it over for the play-by-play story of today's ball game. Here is Gary Glenn.
Three-man crew today, Lewis Hayes, Jeff Corley, and Robbie Adams. The visitors from Southern Wesleyan, the Warriors on the court. They're all in black. Black tops, black bottoms, blue letters, blue numbers. And North Georgia will take the court. They are in gold and yellow. Gold tops, gold bottoms with the blue numbers. And we're just about ready to jump center, about ready for college basketball to get underway here in North Georgia. Williams to jump against Bryant. There's the whistle. There's the tip, and controlled by the visitors. So Southern Wesleyan will have first crack at it as Holmes bringing it up. He gets it top of the circle to Bryant, swings it over to Solomon. Solomon dribbles back to center court, looks over on the left side, gives it to Holmes. Holmes working the left, now dribbles back to his right, pulls up. Jumper is no good, off the front of the rim. Rebounded by North Georgia. Cantrell will take it coast to coast, lay it up and lay it in. Cantrell got the rebound and took it, and Shaquan has given the Nighthawks a 2-0 lead. Here come the visitors back the other way. Controlling it at midcourt now is Holmes. Holmes swings it over on the left side to Walker. Walker holds it over his head. Now dribbles, puts it on the floor. And there's a foul going to be called. Let's see. Over on the side. Foul's going to be called on 23. That's Shaquan Cantrell. He is first and the team's first. So the Warriors will maintain possession. They throw it down low. Dribbling to the center, trying to put up a shot. And having it slapped away was Solomon, saved by one of his teammates. Now they get it over. He's got time to put a three up, and over from the right side over there, the first three of the game, and it is recorded by Buster Walker of Southern Wesleyan. 3-2. Travis Core gives it off on the far side, partially blocked on the shot over there by Setsakorn. They get it back. Letting fly with the three is Core, rebounded by Southern Wesleyan. 3-2 Warriors. They get a lob pass. Down low, turns around, puts it up and puts it in. Nice bank shot by Lieberman. It is 5-2.
The defense is going to be the key for the Nighthawks, Gary. They push it down court.
And they put up a shot, no good. From down low, rebounded by Wesleyan. Bringing it up is Holmes. And at midcourt is Holmes. Passes it over on the right wing. Trying to direct traffic as Solomon over there. Bounce pass between the legs. That was pretty slick. And a nice feed from Bryant down to Lieberman. He's got 4, and it's 7-2. Getting ready for some substitutions. Shaquan Cantrell on the right side. Let's fly with a 3. Shaquan's got 5, and it's 7-5. Here come the Warriors. Back at midcourt is Solomon. More North Georgia getting ready for some wholesale inserts here in just a moment. Solomon on the right. Brings it back to the left. Between the circles. Works up top. Gets it over on the left to Holmes. Holmes working the left side. Takes it. Dishes back off. Back over to the left to Solomon. Solomon pulls up. Let's fly with the 3 from the left side. Off the rim. No good. Rebound Cantrell. Gets it out front to Core. And a pass back And the slam by Shaquan Cantrell. He's got all 7 of the points, and we're tied. Steal and a score by Travis Core, and the Nighthawks have got the lead 9-7.
There's that defense.
Full court pressure by the Nighthawks. Now they fall back, and a pass down court to Bryant. Bryant to Solomon. Solomon over on the right. Holmes drives, puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by North Georgia's Williams. Williams gets it to Core. Core on the drive, flips a pass over on the left. 3-point shot, bang, home. Tanner Clemens with 3. It's 12-7. North Georgia on a run. All of these substitutes waiting to come in, and they can't get a break just yet. 12-7 now. North Georgia on top.
10-point run.
Walker with it for the Warriors. Drives, puts up the shot, charges. Foul called on Walker.
Boy, the defense turned up the pressure, and all of a sudden it went all the way to the home team. Oh, a 10-0 run for North Georgia.
First foul, first team foul. Now wholesale substitutions as they come in. We'll try to pick them up. For North Georgia. That's number 2, Sean Brennan. Brennan's in there, gets it off to Ebo Smith. The shot's up, no good. Rebounded by the Warriors. Ebo is in there, Brennan is in there. Let's see. That's also Corey Green in there. They substituted 5 out. The Warriors still with basically their starters in there. Solomon dishes off on the right. Fake by Walker. Walker puts it on the floor, puts it back over to Lieberman. Lieberman throws it over back to the top of the key to Walker. Walker now shades it to the right, now takes it back right at the top of the key. Tries to bounce past it down low, and Lieberman saves it, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by North Georgia. That's Corey Green. Driving, putting it up, underhanded layup is Ebo Smith, no good. Rebounds it, kicks it back out. Letting fly for a 3 is Brennan, no good. Rebound and a stick back by 44, Michael Veracchione. So it's 14-7.
Michael, his first basket of the season.
He was the other substitute that we got in there. Holmes to the left. Pulls up on the left wing. This is it off to Bryant. Bryant back to Holmes. Holmes at long range, close to us here at the press table. Down low, spin move, put up, shot is up, and no good by Walker. Rebounded by North Georgia. Here come the Nighthawks. Brennan spins, uses a screen by Veracchione. Corey Green puts up a shot, but charges, wave it off.
Looking for the first timeout of the ball game.
Green commits the foul, and that takes us to a timeout, 14-7 Nighthawks.
North Georgia on a 12-2 run will take this first timeout of the season. We're back after this timeout as you're tuned to the UNG Nighthawks Radio Network.
The PBC is commitment.
The PBC is community.
The PBC is competition.
The PBC is character. We are the PBC.
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, move down.
It's a tearjerker.
The first 4 minutes going pretty well for North Georgia. After Quan Cantrell got the first basket, Southern Wesleyan hit 7 straight points, and it's been all Nighthawks since that point on a 12-2 run with our first media timeout of the game. Impressive showing for North Georgia, that high pressure tempo, Gary.
Absolutely. Time comes back in. It'll be Wesleyan ball. Nighthawks picked up full court pressure. They get it in. Here comes Buster Walker. Passes off to Holmes. They dribble up the court. Holding it is Lieberman. Lieberman puts it on the floor, spins, puts up the shot, right-handed bank, good. Lieberman's got 6.
That breaks the drought.
Indeed, here they come. Holding the ball is Corey Green. Bets it back over on the left side to Brennan. They're passing it around. With the ball now is Green. Back to Dominy. Tyler Dominy getting in the game and letting go with the 3-point shot as they fight for the rebound with Smith. Controlled by Dominy. Over on the left side, 3-point shot by Brennan is good. And it's 17-9. Here come the Warriors. They haven't scored in a while, except for that last bucket that they had down low by Lieberman. They try to get it to Lieberman. It's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Veracchione. Bringing it back up is Brennan. Brennan drives, puts it behind his back, puts it on the floor, lays it up and lays it in.
Nice job there by Brennan.
Brennan's got 5. Trying to pick up full court pressure once again. Holmes with the ball. Tries a lob pass deep in the corner, guarded over there by Brennan. Tries to do a move, and he's going to pick up a foul off of North Georgia. That was Solomon with the ball.
Second team foul for North Georgia.
It's going to be Brennan with his first foul, the first team foul, as you say.
Second
team foul. And Wesleyan will substitute in Jemiah Winfrey. They got a lot of Winfreys. Their coach is Winfrey, and he's got an assistant. His son is on the court, and they've got some of the relatives, a couple of guys playing. Got a lot of Winfreys here. As that's Jordan Wallace also has come in for the Warriors. Wallace now running the point. It's it over to Whiteside. Whiteside, who has checked into the game as well. The curse. And a 3-point shot from the right side, no good. Rebounded by Cantrell. Cantrell got it off to Core. Core passes it to Clemens, who tries to get one inside, and he's going to pick up a foul. Foul on the Warriors. Foul is going to be on Jemiah Winfrey, his first, and the team's second. North Georgia's Clemens inbounds, gets it to Core. Core back to Clemens. Clemens to Core. Working around the outside of the 3-point arc. Pass down to Williams, puts it up, rolls over the top of the basket. No good, gets his own rebound, sticks it back up and sticks it in. T.J. Williams, his first 2 of the game.
Big post player, his first basket for North Georgia.
Coming up the court now and blocked.
Pretty block.
Out of bounds for North Georgia, off of the Nighthawks. So Whiteside will inbounds. That's Wallace with it now, top of the key, gets it on the left to the elbow to Curse. Curse now backs it out to Wallace. Wallace now between the circles, throws it over on the right to Whiteside and to Sharp. Sharp to Curse. Lane jumper is put up by Curse, no good. Rebounded by North Georgia. It's Core with it. Core off, 3-point shot. Air ball by Dylan Setzikorn. And timeout for the media.
So our second timeout of the first half of play. We're back after this timeout. You're tuned to the UNG Nighthawks Radio Network here on Glory 1330 WGTJ.
Think of the NCAA as a spirit squad, cheering for student athletes at every big event and every small one. We'd be there in the classroom, at graduation, at their first job interview. Okay, so don't think of us as a spirit squad. Think of us as a mascot. Well, just know we're always there for student athletes.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
.11:40 to play in the first half. 21-9. North Georgia on top of Southern West in here. Both teams have substituted rather heavily so far.
Everybody getting some playing time for North Georgia on a 19-2 run after Southern Wesleyan led 7-2 early.
And Southern Wesleyan brings it up the court. That's Wallace on the dribble, right side. Guarded by Core, flips it to the foul line. Was Curse with it, gets it back out. And they throw it out of bounds on the sidelines over there, and so it'll be turnover.
I tell you, excellent defense for North Georgia.
Right now, North Georgia shooting 52%, almost 53% from the field. Core on the right side to Cantrell. Cantrell down on the low post to Williams. They get it over on the sidelines, knocked out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Southern Wesleyan. It'll be North Georgia basketball. Setsakorn looks for some help, gets it into Plemons. Plemons back to Setsakorn to Core. Top of the key, rolls to the right, hands it off to Cantrell, and Setsakorn gets it from the Cantrell, puts a three-point shot up, no good. Here comes Brennan. Got a Whiteside. Whiteside gets it over on the right to Sharp. Darius Sharp is in the game for the Warriors. Whiteside with it between the circles, flips it over to Wallace. Wallace on the far right, double team, now breaks the double team, gets out of it. Pretty nice ball handling that time. Left elbow jumper, nope, it was just a pass. Shot clock violation.
We'll see, he needed to watch that clock. He did get off in time, and the violation hands it over to North Georgia. Great defense.
Winfrey got off a shot, but it didn't hit the rim. And now again, wholesale substitutions back in. Let's see, Smith back in along with Dominy for North Georgia. Verchione back in. Bringing it up the court is Brennan. Brennan to Green. Green back over to Dominy. Dominy gets it to Smith. Back to Brennan. Over on the right side. They're just moving it around. Now they get it into a cutting Dominy. He misses it, but the tip by Verchione is good.
Well, good quickness for North Georgia. Nice step back by Michael.
23-9 with less than 10 minutes to play in the opening half. Warriors with the ball. Solomon. And they got the original starters back in there. And a three-point shot is over on the left and put up by Walker, and it is good. Walker's got 5. 23-12. Here comes North Georgia. Brennan kind of muscles his way in there and couldn't, the lane closed, got it to Smith. Smith back to Dominy. Over on the right side to Green. Green working long range now to Verchione. Turns around, 12 feet away, won't shoot. Got it back out to Green. Green to Brennan. Brennan to Dominy. Dominy drives, uses the glass. No good, but he's fouled.
Well, I hadn't seen Tyler play since high school. Gary, senior here at Dawson County High School. Redshirt freshman, sat last year for North Georgia. He's going to be a great addition to this team.
Foul was on 12, I believe. Buster Walker, his second. Dominy at the free throw line, in and out. No good. First free throw anybody's attempted. Now checking out of the game for the Warriors is Walker, and checking in is Kirsch. Dominy will have another. Puts it up, and this one is good. He's got a point. Now checking in is going to be Andrew Lawrence for the Nighthawks, number 42. Lawrence checks in. He is a 6'6" senior from Hillard, Florida. Transfer from South Georgia State. Fast break. They get it down the court. All high off the glass was Holmes. No good. Stick back is up, and it is good by 21, Cameron Solomon.
We don't
24-14, 10-point lead for the Nighthawks.
You don't think get the offensive rebounds.
Tried to drive the lane. Smith was going to stick it up. Got it knocked out. Ebo Smith, the freshman guard, 6'3", 177, hometown of Lula, played at North Hall.
And Gary, you can see how both Ebo and Tyler have grown physically since their high school days.
Bring it up the court. Holmes with it for the Warriors. Between the circles, now drives to the right, bounce pass to a man cutting in. Nice pass. Holmes down to Solomon, and Solomon lays it up off the glass. He caught that one in stride and laid it up off the glass. 24-16 now. And Brennan hits the deck. Looks like he might have tripped. No call. Out of bounds. It'll be Warrior basketball. 8:23 to play here in the first. Gary Glenn and Mike Walford coming to you courtside, and now Cantrell will check back in, and Dominique will check out for the Nighthawks. 8:23 to play.
North Georgia led by as many as 12.
They still got that full court pressure on. Holmes with the backcourt. Brings it up, calls out the play. Flips it over on the right. Solomon with it. Got it to Bryant. Bryant thought about shooting, got it off to Holmes. Holmes spins back over on the left to Winfrey. And check it, that was Curse. And down low, and the basket is up, and it is good.
Well, it was good defense by North Georgia, but also a nice pass inside.
That was Solomon with it. And Cantrell throws it, going to be tipped out of bounds by the Warriors.
Should be another immediate timeout.
Another timeout.
North Georgia still with the lead here in the first half of play of the first game of the 2014-2015 basketball season. You're tuned to the UNG Nighthawks Radio Network.
Cheer for the stumbles. The he shoulda had that's. And the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There, you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
The PBC is commitment.
The PBC is community.
The PBC is competition.
The PBC is character. We are the PBC.
We look cold there at last minute before the media timeout, Gary. Need to get back on track.
They do indeed. 24-18 with 7:40 to play.
Get led by as many as 12 now. It's down to a 6-point game.
Clemens with 3, Cantrell with 7. 2 apiece for Core and Williams. Brennan with 5 for the Nighthawks.
Everybody's playing, too, for Coach Chris Faulkner.
And time comes back in. It'll be the Nighthawks with the ball. Now it's Brennan running the point. Lobs it over to Lawrence. Lawrence right inside the 3-point line. Back over to Brennan. They get it to Ebo Smith. Over to Shaquan Cantrell. Takes a 3-point shot and bang! He's the first guy in double digits. He's got 10.
He is smooth too, isn't he?
27-18, 7:14 to play, opening half. Opening game for both of these teams. The Warriors with the ball. That's Lieberman. Off on the right is Holmes. Holmes will pass it back just inside the 3-point shot. A long 2 that time by 23, Dwayne Bryant. But it was just inside the 3-point line, 27-20.
Well, Coach saying use urgency on defense. That's a great work.
The other way, and a 3-point shot. Another one by Shaquan Cantrell. He's 2 for 2 from 3-point land. He's got 13. They come the other way, and 3-point shot going to be put up by the Warriors. Over on the far right side, Solomon, no good. Rebound was put back up, no good. And the rebound this time is controlled by the Warriors. They put it up And they put it in. 23. Bryant's got his second field goal of the game. It's 30-22.
Well, we got 2 offensive rebounds there.
Brennan with it. Over to Ebo Smith. Smith passes it off. Driving. Putting up the shot is Corey Green. But he is fouled.
You could tell Coach Faulkner is really concerned about the defense for North Georgia.
Foul, I think they called it on 12 again. Walker.
It'll be his second.
At least 2. That's 2 on him.
They called it a common foul, too.
Yep, inbounding is North Georgia. 4 is going to be turn it over. Pretty good defense that time.
Yeah, he thought I might get a foul, but it said it called a turnover on North Georgia, so Southern Wesleyan has it.
So here come the Warriors the other way.
Not as much pressure either.
And backed off. Playing the half-court game. It's Holmes. Passes it over to Solomon. Get it back out. Holmes thought about a 3. That was Curse. Now to Holmes. Holmes takes it in. Foul line jumper is put up. Rims out. No good. Green with it. Travis Core with it. Behind his back. Core bounce pass to Williams. High off the glass. Good. Nice assist that time. And Williams has got 4. 32-22. The lead is back to double digits. Holmes off to Curse. Curse lobs it on the low post. Pass over deep in the corner. 3-point shot short. That time by Solomon. Gets the rebound though, and now they fight for it. North Georgia scrapping for it. Falls out of bounds. I think they're going to say the Nighthawks touched it last.
Another offensive rebound for Southern Wesleyan.
32-22, 5:10 to play opening half. They throw it in. Holmes with it. Tipped it briefly over to Solomon and gave it right back. Now Solomon's got it again on the right side. Throw it to Curse. Curse lobs it. Shot is put up by Bryant. No good. Rebounded by North Georgia. Here come the Nighthawks. Travis Cole with it. And they put it way over on the corner. Clemens let it go and had it rim off.
You can tell the difference in philosophy right now. Southern Wesleyan, but slower type of attack than North Georgia.
It touched Wesleyan last. It'll be Nighthawk basketball. Underneath Clemens, they get it to Williams. Williams from 14 feet away, the right side has got it. He's got 6 points.
Nice shot by the big man.
Warriors with the basketball. Curse, and it passes it out. Holmes tried a 3, no good. Baracchiona gets it and hands it off. Immediately down the court is running on the left side is Travis Core. Core guarded up top, going to be off his foot. Nice defense that time. It was forced as a turnover by Bryant. Bryant reached in. Core just lost it off of his leg. Official right there making the call. 4:15 to play. 12-point lead for the Nighthawks. 34-22, 4:15 opening half. They've got Sharp, Darius Sharp running the point now for Southern Wesleyan. Sharp out of Atlanta and Georgia State University on the transfer. Got it to Holmes, who took it down into the lane and got it back out to Curse, who gives it to Holmes on the give and go. Holmes off to Sharp. Sharp has it tipped out of bounds, and he touched it last. Nice defense that time by Core.
And that'll be our final media timeout of the first half.
3:53 to play, 34-22. Nighthawks on top.
We're back into this timeout.
Follow your dreams. Gain an advantage. Choose the University of North Georgia. UNG offers a unique range of educational programs and services that cannot be matched. Academic prestige, dynamic friendships, and leadership development are all within your reach. Begin your journey today with UNG. the University of North Georgia, you are the priority. Supported by a student-focused learning environment, UNG is an extraordinary combination of programs, people, and places spanning 4 campuses. Choose your pathway today and thrive.
As he tries to dribble down the court, Brennan's going to be forced out, but came off of one of the Wesleyan guys, so it'll still be Nighthawk basketball. In the backcourt still. Brennan looking for some help. Double team, gets it across to Setsakorn. Dillon with one dribble, puts it on the ground, and he gets it to Dominy, and they throw it in the front court now to Sean Brennan. Brennan on the dribble between the circles, goes to his right. Off on the right, 3-point shot put up by North Georgia's Clemens, no good, rebounded by the Warriors, and here is Holmes with it yet again. They let him run the point a lot, calls out the play, throws it over on the right side. And too many passes that time, and intercepted, turnover. And a nice pass as Brennan threw it over, and a jam by Williams.
TJ's got 8 points.
That was a nice feed that time too. And now the Warriors dribble it out of bounds.
Well, that's part of the high tempo offense for Coach Faulkner. He wants to push it down court. A great pass by Brennan to find TJ with the slam.
One-handed slam right over the back. It was just a pass through the defense. North Georgia got it going on there. Sean Brennan gets it in the backcourt and gets it to Plemons. Plemons gets it back to Bremen, who gives it back to Plemons. Plemons throws it over on the left to Cantrell. Now they get it to Setsakorn. Setsakorn, dipsy doodle move, try to get it, got it back, put it up, still no good. And now the Warriors come away with it, and Holmes with the basketball. Holmes between the circles, passes it over on the right side to Solomon. Solomon now moves with it, throws it over on the left side to Holmes. Holmes drives baseline, looks for help, back out beyond the 3-point arc to Solomon. Solomon to the left over to Holmes. Holmes deep in the corner, 3-point shot is good. They worked it around, and Holmes finally got the look that he wanted there, and that's his first points of the game.
Another 3 by the Warriors, though.
Here comes Setsakorn, let's go with the 3, little short. Rebounded by Plemons, who gets it back to Setsakorn, far left side. Here's Brennan with it. It's 36-25, less than 2 minutes to play now in the half. North Georgia, the game has only been tied once at 7. 3-point shot, long 3-point shot. Back of the iron, Brennan. North Georgia gets it back. And here is TJ Williams with it, but a turnover. And here is a nice give and go as the Warriors go the other way. Solomon took it, dished it at the last second to Holmes. And an assist from Solomon to Holmes. Holmes right under the basket, got it, 36-27. And here come the Nighthawks the other way. Setsakorn with it in the right corner. Bounce passes it to Cantrell. Cantrell, they move it over to Clemens, letting fly from the left side, no good. Rebounded by Holmes. He's pretty active for a little guy, and now on the pass, driving, taking it all the way to the hole that time. A nice drive down there by Cameron Solomon, who's got his 6th point of the game, and Chris Faulkner's seen enough of that.
Yeah, didn't like that at all.
36-29.
We'll keep it right here. It should be a 30-second timeout for Coach Faulkner.
58.1 seconds on the digital scoreboard left. Trying to look and see how the team stats are looking now. For a while there, got this new little stat thing that I'm looking at, Mike, and I'm trying to get the hang of it here.
Well, Southern West has hit too many threes and got too many rebounds off of North Georgia. For the Nighthawks, leading scorer is Shaquan Cantrell. Shaquan has 13 leading the way. TJ Williams, 8 points for North Georgia.
Both teams shooting in the 40 percentile now. We'll go back the other way.
North Georgia with it.
Bounce pass. Down there, bounce. They're just moving all the way around the arc now, looking for that open shot. Shot clock at 20. Finally, Ebo Smith will let go from a three-point shot. Long rebound claimed by Brennan, who takes it to the hoop, puts up a runner. No good. Rebound fought for. Nobody's got it yet. And finally, here comes Lieberman with it. Southern Wesleyan, and he is going to have a timeout. Coach Winfrey is going to call timeout.
That'll be a 30 also.
30-second timeout, 28.3 seconds. They want to get into the 30-point range here, Mike. 36-29. They'd like to cut it to 5 or maybe 4 here.
Yeah, they've had a nice little run here in the last couple of minutes off of North Georgia. Again, after that timeout for Coach Faulkner, you can tell the Nighthawks turned up the heat.
North Georgia right now shooting 44.1% from the field, 43.3% for the visitors. 11 defensive rebounds for the Nighthawks, 10 offensive boards, 5 offensive boards for the visitors, and 9 defensive rebounds. So North Georgia winning the battle of the boards 21-14 right now. They're ahead on the clock. On the scoreboard, 36-29 with 28.3 seconds left to play.
You can see that their rebounds have come at opportune times.
We are in the first half, counting down. Now the shot clock is off as Holmes will dribble at midcourt. Passes it over to Solomon. Solomon gets it back to Curse. Curse over on the left to Holmes.
Got to know.
Back in between the circles. Throws a bullet pass, bounces it, and he can't handle it. Threw it to Solomon, and Solomon, that was a great look and a great pass, and I think that was 2 if he had been able to come up with it, but he threw it a little too hard and out in front of him. 4 seconds left to play. They get it to Core. Core will get it across, throws up a midcourt range. Oh, almost.
Wow, almost.
Almost. Travis Core let fly from about 2 strides beyond midcourt, and that thing drew some iron, but did not drop. 36-29, there's your halftime score.
Yeah, great way to start off the 2014-2015 college basketball season as North Georgia goes to the locker room with the lead. We're back after this timeout with your halftime show as you're tuned to the University of North Georgia Basketball Network on Glory 1330 WGTJ.
The PBC is commitment.
The PBC is community.
The PBC is competition.
The PBC is character. We are the PBC.
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, who down?
It's a tearjerker!
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, who down?
It's a tearjerker!
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, who down?
It's a tearjerker!
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, who down?
It's a tearjerker!
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, who that?
It's a tearjerker!
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, who that?
It's a tearjerker!
And then they kind of spread it around. Clemens has got 3, Core with 2, Green with 2, Verchione with 2, and Domini with 1. And that rounds out the scoring, 36-29 here. North Georgia on the good side of that score.
And it was North Georgia with the first basket of the ball game from Shaquan Cantrell. Then Southern Wesleyan went on a 7-0 run, led 7-2. That's the last time the Warriors led because North Georgia came back, tied it, and went on a part of a 12-0 run at that point. Made it 14-7. Went on to make it a 19-7 lead later on with one of our media timeouts. And then Southern Wesleyan started fighting back. And you see what North Georgia got to do defensively and really turn up the pressure offensively and get some good looks. And Cantrell with a big first half, starting his first game of his sophomore campaign here at North Georgia. And everybody's played so far. I like the way that Coach Faulkner has utilized his bench and putting people in and out of different situations. And look at the chemistry of this team, Gary. And so far so good after the first 20 minutes of play here for North Georgia.
If I could use another sport, it's almost like a side out in hockey. This is whole scale substitutions, 5 in, 5 out.
Yeah.
Now they have done some spot subs as well. And the other team does a lot of that too, Wesleyan and Coach Winfrey over there.
Yeah, again, this evening at 7 o'clock up in Tigerville, South Carolina, on the campus of North Greenville, it will be the North Georgia women playing game 2 of the season. They'll take on, I think it's still called the Flying Fleet of Erskine University. I think it's still their mascot up there, as Erskine will take on North Georgia at North Greenville. Last night, the ladies from the Nighthawk Nation winning by a score of 79-71. Stephanie Huffman leading the way with 34 points. And what a great job it was for the senior leading the way for North Georgia as they won 79-71. Again, they'll take on Erskine coming up this evening. And again on Sunday at 1 p.m. from Hickory, North Carolina, it's Lenore Ryan taking on North Georgia in the second round of the NCAA Division II soccer playoffs, as North Georgia, the number 3 seed from the Southeast Regional, playing there up in North Carolina with Lenore Ryan, the number 2 seed. If North Georgia wins on Sunday, well, they'll advance on to the Sweet 16 round. And Lee Glenn said probably they'll try to travel to South Florida for the next round of the tournament. The big thing is it's an exciting time. Anytime you make it to the national tournament, Gary, and then play in the Southeast Regionals there with the soccer tournament, that helps everybody. And here we are, the first sports of the 2014-2015 campaign with the soccer team. Now you see what the basketball team can do, all the way to the springtime with what they can do with the softball and baseball teams.
Well, there's no doubt that there's a strong commitment to athletics here at the University of North Georgia across the board. They've even, over the last few years, as you know, Mike, have added a couple of sports.
Yes.
And revamped some others. And so it'll be interesting to see how the wintertime here plays out. I keep nudging them toward wrestling up here. We'll get another wintertime sport up here.
That would be nice. And you'll see also what they have done to really increase the facilities here at UNG. They added artificial surfaces to the soccer complex and also to the baseball field at Bob Stein Stadium, and also to Haynes and Carroll Hill Stadium, the softball complex here in North Georgia. And nobody in Division II play has the complex that we have here at North Georgia area with that artificial surface. You and I saw it at Blessed Trinity, a private high school down in the Roswell area a couple of years ago with the baseball. I think it was past year, in fact, with the baseball team. And now you see what they're doing here at North Georgia. Very similar situation there. you won't see any rainouts anymore. That's one of the great things and what you can do now with your athletic teams when you got outdoors between soccer and baseball and softball. It's a big thing for UNG.
As you say, it's a big outlay, not only in commitment and time, but money. I mean, that stuff doesn't come cheap.
Well, at the same time, not only that, it helps out with the overall process when it comes to the money. And also look at what it does for recruiting. You have those kind of facilities for a Division II college and university. That really helps out with the recruiting. And I like what North Georgia's done here. You get 4 Division I transfers on the men's basketball team. Then, of course, you have the local products there. We mentioned not only from Gainesville with Shaquan Quantrell, but also the man from the Riverside Military. They got one from North Hall and one from Dawson County, one from Raven County. And it's really good to see the talent we have here in North Georgia being able to play here at the home of the Nighthawks here at the University of North Georgia. Again, we're back here on Thursday for the next broadcast as North Georgia will play host to Emmanuel. The Lions from Franklin Springs, Georgia, are now also a Division II university as they move in the ranks from the NAIA, from the NCAA up to NCAA Division II play. So it'll be interesting to see what North Georgia does against the Lions from Franklin Springs coming up on Thursday right here as you'll hear the action. Ryan Phillips join me for the play-by-play on the UNG Nighthawks Radio Network on Glory 1330 WGTJ. Gary Glenn and I are back after this time. More of your halftime show as North Georgia leads at halftime here as you're tuned to UNG Nighthawks basketball on the UNG Radio Network on Glory 1330 WGTJ. How much time we got on the clock now, Gary?
5:36.
Good. Back into Dahlonega, University of North Georgia basketball here on this Saturday afternoon. First game of the 2014-2015 season. As we bring you Nighthawks basketball throughout the season again, we'll bring you the game on Thursday with North Georgia and Emmanuel. Then back on Tuesday, the 25th, with women's play, as we'll get a chance to see Buffy Burson's Nighthawks women's team take on Fort Valley State. Then we're back with you in 2015. We'll bring you lots of action in January and February, as we'll bring you all the home games of the conference schedule. Plus, it will be Lee Glenn and Craig Corbin with a selected number of conference road games. We'll get that scheduled for you coming up next week. You'll be able to log online to the website at ungathletics.com and also on glory1330.com to find the entire schedule of the Nighthawks basketball network right here on Glory 1330, your radio station for North Georgia sports. And what I'm excited about this, Gary, as we get ready to go from high school football now into college basketball and high school basketball and see what's going to happen here this year. I think it's going to be very interesting to see. A great way to start this one off. I know it's only one game, but you talk about momentum, and we know how important momentum is in sports. It's a great way to get things kicked off here for the Nighthawks here to start the season.
Well, winning breeds winning, that's for sure. And so does losing. Losing breeds losing if you're not careful. We saw a lot of momentum changes during the high school football season, and I'm sure we'll see plenty during the high school basketball season and the college basketball season as well.
If you look at the Peach Belt Conference, the 14 schools and universities that make up the Peach Belt, you got the 7 on the east, 7 on the west, North Georgia part of the west division. You look at how strong this side is when you have the team up there just across the mountain there and Young Harris. They've been a part now of the conference of the West Division, all the way over to Montevallo. Then you look at Clayton State, look at Georgia College, Georgia Southwestern, and you look on the other side, some strong teams too. You saw what the University of Georgia had to do against Georgia Southwestern a little earlier. Look at those teams in the east. You got the schools In the Carolinas with UNC Pembroke, Francis Marion, USC Aiken, Lander. Then you have Georgia Regents along with Faulkner, along with Armstrong Atlantic, making up the East Division of the Peach Belt Conference. And you look from that side to this side, you play everybody home and home on your side of your division, then the crossovers one time. So it's going to be very interesting to see. And I think with the schedule is, some of these road trips are going to be very interesting to see what happens with North Georgia. In December, they've got the first two conference games. They'll play a Thursday and Saturday. They'll be in down in St. Augustine against Flagler. They'll take on the Saints of Flagler. Then they'll take on Armstrong Atlantic on a Saturday there in December. The first two conference games here. Then they have 17 conference games in January and February. And it's really a grueling schedule when you get ready for March Madness in the Peach Belt Conference tournament, and also the NCAA Division II tournament. We'll see what happens here, how many teams from the Peach Belt can make it this year. That's what's really exciting, to start the season off here and see what can happen this year.
Yeah, right here, we're 36-29 with about 80 seconds left. Halftime, the teams back out on the floor warming up. Shaquan Cantrell leading the Nighthawks with 13 points and 4 rebounds. Mike Lieberman leading Southern Wesleyan with 8 points and 4 rebounds. Both teams shooting in the 40s from the field. North Georgia winning the battle of the rebounds 21-16. Nobody in foul trouble, really. Buster Walker has got 2 fouls for Southern Wesleyan. Everybody else has got 1 or less.
Well, I think North Georgia, one thing, look at the total point total. I think Chris Faulkner would like to see them score probably 75 to 80 points at least in every game they could, Gary. So here we are with 36. They'd like to turn up a little more here in the second half play, but 44% is not a bad percentage at all here to start things off your first game.
No. But and the other thing about the first half, Mike, very few fouls and only 1 shooting foul.
Yep. So the Wesleyan didn't even go to the free throw line in the first half.
No, North Georgia only went once. They hit one of those. Tyler Dominy 1 for 2 there. And that's all the foul shots have been shot in this game, just 2.
And I think you'll probably see that change in the second half also, especially if North Georgia can build a big lead here. And so the Wesleyan, I'm sure, will have to try to stop the clock from that standpoint. It looks like, I believe, Southern Wesleyan going to have the basketball to start the second half on the alternate possession.
Count down the final seconds. You'll hear the horn here. There it is. There's the buzzer, and we're ready for second half action. Just about. Chris Faulkner here at North Georgia, and Charles Winfrey. And as I said, he's got his son, I understand, Chris told me, is one of his assistant coaches, and a couple of his relatives. I think they're cousins. Jemiah Winfrey, and we've already seen playing Jerome Winfrey.
But North Georgia move our way here in the second half of play.
Jemiah picked up a foul, too. I think they both the Winfreys picked up fouls there. Southern Wesleyan. Let's see, are they going to have it? No, North Georgia's going to have it. And this time, the Saints are going to be moving from our right to our left. They'll be shooting, if you've been to Memorial Hall, they'll be shooting at the goal by the stage, toward the stage over there. And Core will bring it up. Guarded up top by Holmes on the right side. Core bounces it and has it almost stolen away, picks it back up. He got it back as it slapped away, and Lieberman intercepts it for Southern Wesleyan. Not the start the Saints wanted. He'll give it off to
Nighthawks, please.
Nighthawks. I knew I was going to do that. I knew I was going to do that at least once. I'll try not to do it again.
I have to kill you if you do.
Huh?
I have to kill you if you do, okay?
Well, please don't do that then. Jill needs me most of the time. They get it to Lieberman on the baseline. Try to get off a shot. Could not. Over on the right side is Walker. Walker gets it off and then gets it back. Boy, and Walker cracks a 3, and it was a long 3 from the right side. He hit it from about 24, 25 feet. 19-11 to play here in the game, 36-32. It is Setsakorn with it for the Nighthawks. Gets it up back over to Shaquan Cantrell, and he can't run it down, throws it away. Another turnover for the Nighthawks.
This is closest that Southern Wesleyan has been since it was like 11-7.
It was tied once, and that was at 7.
Got to pick up the defense here.
Here comes Holmes with it. Throws it back over to Walker. Walker hands it off and gets it right back. Puts up a bank shot, knocks it in.
Wow.
Walker's got 11. He's in double digits now, and it's only a 2-point game for the Nighthawks. Here comes Core with it. Core dribbles inside the 3-point circle, uses a partial screen. Baseline pass. almost deflected. It was knocked out of bounds, but it'll go off of Solomon. Dylan Setsakorn will try to inbounds. No, I take that back. Setsakorn looked like he was going to get it, but they're going to let Core inbound. Bounces it in to Williams. Williams puts it on the floor, turns around. Hook shot is up and in.
TJ now in double figures at 10 points.
18-21, 34-38. The Warriors with the basketball, and they've got the 34. Holmes for Southern Wesleyan. Just in time at the top of the key. Gets it off to Bryant. Bryant puts it up and banks it in.
Well, they're 3 for 3 to start the second half.
He's got 6. And they try to get it, and it's going to be knocked away. They tried to get it down the low post, and the Wesleyan Warriors intercepted it. Bring it back across the timeline. Solomon hands off to Holmes, and then they pass it down. And a hook shot up and underneath from Solomon. He's got 8.
And just like that, new ball game.
And shooting and scoring is Core.
Well, we did that for Travis.
40-38. We were tied at 38 very briefly. Core's got 4. They should put up a shot, no good. Lieberman sticks it back up on the offensive glass, no good. Williams gets it and throws it out front. He knocks it off the back of one of his own men. Didn't see the pass. Intercepted by Weston. Solomon put it up, but no harm done because here come the Nighthawks with it. Travis Core will bring it up the court. Core dishes off on the right. Cantrell for 3. Shaquan's got 16. That's his first basket this half. They bump the lead back to 5, 43-38. Brennan will come back in for the Nighthawks. Let's see who else comes in. That's Green that comes in.
Yeah, Corey coming back in. First time in the second half. Got to take care of the basketball.
Trying to get that full court pressure, and it ricochets off of one of the Nighthawks, and so it'll still be the Warriors basketball.
And so the Wesleyan does not have a turnover yet in the second half. North Georgia already with 3.
And full court pressure in the backcourt. They get it into Holmes. He's pretty savvy at the point. Brings it up the right side, right in front of us here at the press row. Holmes dribbles to his left. Still with the basketball, spins, elbows somebody aside, takes it to the hole, no good. Rebound fought for amongst North Georgia, and they can't control it. So Southern Wesleyan gets it dished back off to Holmes, and Holmes converts. Holmes has got 7. North Georgia, Cantrell dishes it off. Letting fly from the far right corner for a 3 is Clemens. He's got 2 baskets, both threes. He's got 6 points.
Well, these threes are really helping out North Georgia.
It's 46-40. Berchioni will check back in, and Williams will take a seat. They get it out front to Holmes. Made 2 passes in, and Holmes wound up with it. Look, he thought about a long three-pointer, and he backs it back up between the circles. Goes to his right. Gets it into the lane. Lob pass for Lieberman is going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Brennan. Brennan will bring it up. Sean looking to take it coast to coast. Does, shoots and scores.
Oh, I was about to say here on the other end, you got to deny the pass. They did, got the steal, and converts into points.
And almost.
In your lap.
I almost had to catch Cameron Solomon as he was coming over the top. And that will be a timeout. 48-40. 15:43 to play in the game.
And North Georgia on an 8-0 run after Southern Wesleyan came back to tie. We're back after this timeout as you're tuned to Nighthawks basketball on the UNG Radio Network.
Think of the NCAA as a marching band. We wouldn't stop with halftime. We'd be full-time, celebrating student athletes in everything they do. Okay, so don't think of us as a marching band. Think of us as a spirit squad. Well, just know we're always there for student athletes.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
Well, Taylor didn't like it at all when Southern Wesley came back tied this ball game. North Georgia with 12 points here in the first 4 minutes of the second half. That's really the number of points you really need in each of these 4 segments of the media timeouts, Gary. So that'd really help out the Nighthawks.
20 for 41 from the field now for Nighthawks, 48.8%. Warriors 18 of 39, 46.2%. North Georgia winning the battle of the boards, 23-18. Domini with it now for the Nighthawks after the timeout. They get it off to Brennan. Brennan drives, shoots, and scores. Took it to the hole, laid it up and laid it in, and he's got 9.
Now a 10-point lead.
50-40. They bumped it back up to double digits in the back court. Walker with it. He is guarded closely by Green. But they let him get it into the front court. He's off to the right here. I thought he double dribbled. He did double dribble. They didn't catch it. He dropped it between his legs, picked it back up, and dribbled again. Oh, well. Holmes, you heard Chris Faulkner say it, and he saw the same thing I did. Solomon with it. Going to be tapped out of bounds, or they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a foul.
Oh, North Georgia.
North Georgia. It'll be on Clemens, his first, team's first this half. 50-40.
It was good to see how aggressive the Nighthawks have played with. There's very few fouls they've had in this game.
50-40 now. Coach Faulkner is going to refresh their memory over here about that
double dribble.
First time anybody from the Warriors has been to the free throw line tonight. It'll be Cameron Solomon for 2 shots. First one is on the way, and it is good. He's got 9. And it's 50-41. 14:52 on the clock in the second half. Gary Glenn along with Mike Walford coming to you from the University of North Georgia. And between the free throws, Ebo Smith will check in, and Clemens will take a seat. Ebo wearing number 24. Got a little goatee going on here. Maybe he's doing the no shave November.
The red shirt freshman from Gainesville, and we'll call Lua in North Hall.
This one kicks off, no good. And touched by North Georgia, and they can't believe it. Couldn't control it. It belonged to the Warriors. Walker will come up. Will he inbounds, or is he going to accept the inbounds? I think they're going to let Holmes inbounds on the baseline. They're to the left of the basket. Our right, their left. Get it into Walker. Walker deep in the corner. Takes it. Pass, bounce pass. 3-point shot put up on the far side. No good. Rebounded by the Nighthawks.
Push it.
Here comes Brennan with it. Dribbles. Right elbow pass. Ebo Smith. 3-point shot off the iron. No good. Ebo's going to get it back. Take it, and it's going to go off one of the Wesleyan Warriors, and so it'll still be Nighthawk basketball. Ebo shot it. He was a little short with it off of the right side of the iron there and came right back to him. Ebo will inbound. Smith. Bounce pass inside to Domini. Back to Ebo. Ebo's going to shoot the 3. And he got that one from the
finally.
left. That's his first points of the game. We've seen him do that when he played for North Hall, that's for sure. Holmes will bring it up, guarded up top by Domini. Holmes brings it across the line. Passes over on the right to Solomon. Solomon takes it and was partially blocked by Brennan, but he got it back and stuck it back in. He got it. It was not off of the iron, Mike. He just got it right back.
Yep.
He's almost in midair when he got it back, but he stuck it back up and in. Nighthawks with the basketball in the front court. Pass from Brennan over to Smith. Smith to Brennan. Back to Smith. Well, that's Domini, rather. Domini. And puts it up and puts it in. I think that was Green. Let's see. Down low. If it is, he's got 4. Here comes Holmes with the basketball now. Shot is up, and it is good by Holmes.
Well, got too good of a look at that one.
He just took it with the short shot up. He's got 7. Here we are the other way. Ebo Smith with it. Bounce passes it. Gets it back over to Brennan. Brennan puts up the runner in the lane. Brennan shoots and scores. He's got 11.
Third player double figures, by the way.
Whistle going to be a foul called, and I think they're going to call it on Dominic.
Now you have
Dominic picks up the foul. 2 team fouls this half.
Cantrell, Williams, and now Brennan in double figures.
Brennan's got 11. Cantrell with 16. And they get it on a bounce pass, and he takes it and stuffs it. Cameron Solomon's got 13 points on the dunk. They go the other way. And almost was off of Ebo Smith, but I think it ricocheted off of Lieberman at the last minute. It is Core with it. Gets it to Ebo over to Williams. Back to Core. On the right side of Cantrell to Core. Core to Smith. Smith rims out a 3. Rhea Williams with the rebound. Throws it back out. Saved by Core. Got a new shot clock out of that too.
Good job.
Core looks for some help. Gets it off to Smith. Smith on the left. Bounce pass to Core. Core right elbow jumper is no good. Rims off. Rebounded by Solomon. Here come the Warriors. Solomon takes it. Pulls up. 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Williams. Off to Cantrell. Shaquan gets it out front to Smith. Underhanded layup, no good. Rebounded by North Georgia. Rolls off. Green couldn't get it to fall.
A little out of control there that time.
Bryant got the rebound. He'll hand it off to Holmes, who'll bring it across the line. Off to Bryant. Over on the left side to Buster Walker. Walker. Turnover out front is Cantrell, who's going to eat the easy dunk. Shaquan with 18 points on the easy slam.
Extending that lead for North Georgia.
Here come the Warriors. 11:02 in the game. Holmes on the dribble. Shades to his right. Passes back to his left to Lieberman. Got it over to Walker, who did kind of a roll pass. And now the Western Warriors going to throw it away. As Core got the interception, Smith got it, thought about a 3, takes it inside for the 10-foot 2-point shot. Misses it, but Green is there for the stick back. He's got 4.
Look at the offensive rebound and points off of it.
61-47 now, Nighthawks. And a timeout is going to be called by Southern Wesleyan. Going to be a short one.
Should turn into a media timeout, I believe. It's going to become a full, I believe, right?
30 to a full, yeah.
Yep, they're going to turn it into a full media timeout. We'll take a look back after this 1-minute timeout. You're tuned to Nighthawks basketball.
Follow your dreams. Gain an advantage. Choose the University of North Georgia. UNG offers a unique range of educational programs and services that cannot be matched. Academic prestige, dynamic friendships, and leadership development are all within your reach. Begin your journey today with UNG. At the University of North Georgia, you are the priority. Supported by a student-focused learning environment, UNG is an extraordinary combination of programs, people, and places spanning 4 campuses. Choose your pathway today and thrive.
asking the wrong person here, but
Oh, well.
and Southern West is going to have the basketball after the timeout.
And here comes Holmes with it. Holmes backs up, throws it off to the left. Working over there is Whiteside. Whiteside going to have to get out of the trouble by handing it off to Curse. Curse now long range on the left side by Veracchione, guarded by Veracchione. He's going to hand off. Veracchione over there, and they're double teaming. Buster
Shot
Walker.
clock violation.
Shot clock.
Couldn't get off in time. And North Georgia will get it.
North Georgia, and now there comes the media timeout.
As they call the first one on Southern West, now we got another timeout then, okay?
Well, there you go.
All right, so we're back after another timeout as you're tuned to Nighthawks basketball on the UNG Radio Network.
The PBC is commitment.
The PBC is community.
The PBC is competition.
The PBC is character. We are the PBC.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
Unique rule in Division II play. The first timeout of the second half called by Southern West, it becomes a full timeout. Then you have to take the media timeout after the 12-minute mark. So that's what happened right there, the next dead ball. So basically, boom, boom, you have timeout, timeout.
Well, it's 9:58 to play, so they try to hit it around the 10-minute mark. 61-47, North Georgia by 14. Ebo Smith in the backcourt. On the dribble, gets it off to Cantrell to Veracchione. Throw it back over to Core for 3-point. Boom.
Another three-pointer for the Nighthawks.
Travis Core's got his 8th, 9th, and 10th points of the game. And here come the Warriors. Wallace on the dribble. Wallace off to Whiteside. Whiteside takes it back to the middle of the floor and throws it over on the left to Walker. Walker, right elbow jumper. Back of the iron, trickles, and finally falls through. It hung on the left side of the rim forever. Walker's got 13. 64-49. Wesleyan tried to pick up with some pressure. They get in the front court. And a runner in the lane by Shaquan Cantrell. That was pretty. He's got 20, leads all scores. Here come the Warriors. Whiteside throws it over to Wallace. They get it top of the key to Walker. And a whistle and away from the ball. Let's see.
Foul on North Georgia.
It's going to be on Veracchione. His first. Team's third.
Again, as aggressive North Georgia's been, very few fouls.
Walker will inbound just from underneath the basket. Off to his right, and they get it in to Lieberman. He passes back over to Wallace. Wallace down to Lieberman, who has been very quiet this half. He had 8 points in the first half, and now they're going to call a foul on North Georgia on the shot by Lieberman.
See who they get.
Foul is going to be on 32, and that will be T.J. Williams. That's his first. Lieberman at the free throw line. Front, back, and through. So Lieberman has a chance to break into double digits here. He's got 9 on the game with 8:37 to play in the second half. 66-50. He got them both, so he is in double figures. I suspected he was probably a pretty good free throw shooter. The Nighthawks get it into Clemens. They go the other way, and as they knock him down, are they going to call a charge? Green hit the floor, and
Surely not.
He count the basket.
Yeah, count. That's no.
That's not a foul. That
No.
was what a great shot as he was tumbling to his backside to the floor. He put it up off the glass and it went through. That foul is going to be on Buster Walker. That's his third. So Green at the free throw line for one shot. It is on the way and it is good. Corey Green's got 9.
Now sub.
Veracchione coming in, and let's see if I can pick up.
Probably Williams.
Walker stays in. Oh, it was Dominic came in.
Full court pressure.
Clemens, yep, got it back. Here's Brennan with it. Brennan off to Clemens. Clemens back to Brennan. Brennan backs it up. 19 on the shot clock. Off to Dominic on the right side, on right sidelines. Going to be slapped out of bounds, almost intercepted by Jamil Kirsch over there. Jamaro Kirsch. Almost got it, but North Georgia maintains possession. Brennan with the ball. Throws it over. Dominic was open for the 3, didn't take it. Instead, drives the lane, puts it up, switches hands, left, right, and over the lip, and got it in. Tanner Dominique's got 3 points on the game. Warriors go the other way. Whiteside with the basketball, gets it down to Lieberman. Lieberman puts it up, little short jumper from the right of the basket from about 4 feet away, and Lieberman has got 12.
He found a spot in that defense there.
First field goal of the second half for Mike. 71-53. 71-53, and as they start to go the other way, now we're going to see some more substitutions after the timeout.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a full again.
It is.
That should be our media timeout at the 8-minute mark. So we've got more for you after this timeout. You're tuned to Nighthawks basketball on the UNG Radio Network.
At the question, where does the money go? More than 90% of NCAA revenue supports 89 championships and more than 1,100 member schools that give $2.7 billion in scholarships each year. Look around you. There are more than 450,000 student athletes competing every year, succeeding on the field, in the classroom, and in life. Bottom line, we put our money where our mission is.
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, move down.
It's a tearjerker!
.7:23 to play in the second half, 71-53. North Georgia on top of that. Checking team stats very quickly. North Georgia, in fact, both teams now shooting 50% or better. North Georgia at 52.6 and Wesleyan at 50% even. North Georgia still winning the battle of the boards, 29-21. Free throws, well, North Georgia's made 2 out of 3 and Wesleyan's made 3 out of 4. North Georgia with the basketball. And Brennan with it, brings it across the line. Got it on the pass from Clemens. Clemens got it back. Now they get it out to Brennan. 3-point shot put up for Veracchione. Strong offensive rebound. Michael puts it up and puts it back in from just underneath the basket. Veracchione crashed the board pretty hard that time and stuck it right back in.
I love him seeing doing that too, Gary.
He's got 4. And he ran the baseline to try to prevent the inbound, but they got it in anyway. Holmes with the ball now on the left side. Southern Western with the ball. They trail by 20. Holmes pulls up just inside the foul line, puts it up and puts it in. Showed a nice touch that time. He's got 9. He's been running the point, and they get it off. Nice speed that time as they just came running down the court Brennan DeVaricchione for the stuff.
Well, the transition game was at its best there, and finding Michael Vericchione with the basket.
He's got 6 and a timeout by Winfrey, 32nd. Coach Winfrey from Southern Wesleyan calls the timeout. Cantrell's leads all scorers still with 20. North Georgia with a bunch of people in double figures, though. Cord Williams with 10, Brennan with 11. Trying to see what the rebounding looks like here.
Still the advantage of North Georgia, I would guess.
Williams has got 8. He was the leading rebounder for the Saints, Southern Wesleyan. They've got 3 guys in double figures. Walker with 13, Lieberman with 12, and Solomon with 13. Leading rebounder is Lieberman with 5.
Again, we got more Nighthawks basketball for you coming up Thursday evening as Emmanuel out of Franklin Springs will come to Dahlonega to take on the Nighthawks.
6:19 to play in this one, 20-point lead for the Nighthawks. The Warriors of Wesleyan will let it roll in to save time. Walker just let it roll till Holmes picked it up. He's guarded up top by Clemens. He gives it off to Walker. Buster puts it on the floor and is going to be fouled by Shaquan Cantrell. That's his second.
There's a media timeout. They need it.
Timeout. Boy, the timeouts just come fast and furious here.
Yep, here with the second halves. We'll take it with them. We're back after this 1-minute timeout as you're tuned to Nighthawks basketball on the UNG Radio Network.
The PBC is commitment.
The PBC is community.
The PBC is competition.
The PBC is character. We are the PBC.
What you've gained as a student will be just as important to you as what you did as a player. As long as you know that you made the effort to do the best of which you're capable, there's no failure. Success on 3.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes. And just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
297-7485 here in Dahlonega and Dawsonville, 706-531-1330 on Monday. Now give me the final score of this North Georgia basketball game. I'll give you 2 gift cards to Jim McClure's Captain D Seafood Restaurants here in Dahlonega and in Gainesville. Call me on Monday morning. Give me the score of this Nighthawks basketball game. I'll give you 2 gift cards to Jim McClure's Captain D Seafood Restaurant.
I love Captain D's. Walker to inbounds, guarded by Cantrell, gets it into Holmes. They didn't try to contest it very much. He's guarded up top by Clemens. Walker gets it back, gets it over to Bryant. Bryant puts it on the floor and tries to make a pass. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by, well, he went for it. Brendan went for the steal, and he did something pretty good. He knocked it off one of the Warriors.
Yes,
so
he did.
It'll be North Georgia basketball. Nice heads-up play by Sean that time. They get it into him. And he gets it back to Corey Green. Green gets it back to Brennan. Brennan drives, now throws it over right side, 3-pointer.
Boom.
Right on the line and deep in the corner. Number 22, Tanner Clemens, comes through with another 3. Mikey's got 3 baskets. They're all 3s. He's got 9. Holmes brings it across, and the lead now is 78-55 as we head towards the 5-minute mark of the game. Walker to Bryant. Bryant holds it over his head. He briefly got it to Solomon, who got it right back to Holmes, and Holmes stands almost at midcourt, guarded up top by Clemens. Holmes and Clemens going head-to-head. They throw it over. Clemens almost got a steal from behind. An off-balance shot. Put up, rebound, no good. And here come the Nighthawks with it. They go the other way, and shot is up, but a foul is committed.
Gary, right now, North Georgia's on the line. I mentioned to you earlier, You got to have 75 to 80 points at least, and are right on track for that. Maybe up to 85 to 90 points this game.
Kenny Holmes, by the way, commits the foul. At the free throw line will be Shaquan Cantrell. He's good. That's his first free throw of the game. He's got 21 points.
The foul's on Holmes, right?
I think that's who they call.
Yeah, asking Lee Glenn down here to left. He was asking the question.
Foul's on 30. I thought that's who they said. Should be his first.
But good to see Shaquan there for the free throw line.
He's got 21. Rims off, no good. Rebounded by Setsakorn. And a whistle, and it must have been a lane violation.
Yeah, something happened there.
Coming in to give Shaquan a breather is Tyler Dominy.
You should see Shaquan come in one more time probably in the game.
Less than 5 minutes to play now as the Saints offer full court pressure, but then back off. Holmes dribbles behind his back. Dominy puts up the runner. Dominy's going to foul him, I think. Yep. That's 2 on Tyler.
Yep, playing his first game as a redshirt freshman from Dawsonville, Georgia. Here for the Nighthawks.
Holmes at the line, puts it up, good. He'll have another. He's got 10 points now. So the point guard is cracked into double figures. Got them both. He's got 11. Go the other way. Comes North Georgia. Williams with a pass out front to Dominy, who slams it.
Oh, Tyler went high up with it.
He was wide open, and he took it strong to the hole and stuffed it through. 81-57. The Nighthawks on top.
The last time I saw him do that was at Dawson County High a couple years ago.
Holmes with it, puts it on his hip, and then puts it up on a little baby hook shot. Rebounded by Dominy. Tyler at both ends of the court, looking good. Bounce pass from Core to Ebo Smith. Drives, puts it up. He's going to be fouled. This may be Ebo's. I thought I had him for a three-point shot early on,
but officially this will
not.
be his first point.
Officially, this may be his first points. Ebo at the free throw line.
Again, they need the contribution of these 2 redshirt freshmen.
Foul, by the way, was on Walker, and that's his 4th. Ebo, good. So he's got a point.
An excellent free throw shooter, too.
He'll have another one. Yeah, he always was, wasn't he?
Yes.
We don't hex him.
No, of course not.
Nah. Banged it home, 83-57. Holmes will bring it across the line, guarded up top by Ebo. Spins. Throws it across the court to Whiteside. And hand off to Bryant. And the runner is up and good by Whiteside.
Leaving that basket, Gary, North Georgia's outscored Southern Wesleyan 45-21 since it was all tied at 38.
North Georgia comes the other way. Throw it over to Dominy, throw it deep in the corner to Smith. Off the iron, no good. Dominy had it briefly, gets it back, puts it up, slap from behind, no good. Wesleyan did good defense that time, and I think it was Bryant who came away with it. I think he probably got the block as well. Whiteside handles the ball now off to Bryant. Throw it back over to Holmes. Headed toward the 3-minute mark now. Holmes, a little roll pass to Lieberman, who picked it up and just laid it up very gently off the glass for the layup. He's got 14, and it's 83-61. Here comes Travis Core, unmolested, just takes it to the hole. Wove his way through traffic. They ignored him, and he made them pay. He's got 12.
And nice move.
Absolutely was. For the Warriors, it's Sharp, and then deep in the corner, Holmes lets fly with a three, rebounded by Lieberman, gets it back to Sharp. Sharp fakes it, takes it in the lane, puts up the one-hander, rolls around, and dribbles through.
Yeah,
so
Sharp.
Darius Sharp, that's his first 2 of the game.
He played for Coach Hunter at Georgia State last year.
85-63. And now they go the other way. Shot was put up by Core, no good. Rebounded that time by the Warriors, Bryant. And as they go the other way, and the shot is put up by Whiteside, is a foul. Foul's going to be on Sensacorn. That's his first.
Yep.
Or they're going to say second. Second on Dillon.
Should be a media timeout, I believe.
And there is a media timeout.
Yep, last one. That's a 4-minute media timeout. Last one of the ball game. We're back after this 1-minute timeout as you're tuned to Nighthawks basketball on the UNG Radio Network.
Hey, Banks. Have a seat and let me make you uncomfortable. Up those grades, son, or the only position you'll be playing in college is sitting on me. You're still awake? Have a seat on old Mr. Bench. At least your buns will fall asleep.
Is this the one about the high school hotshot who gets benched in college?
Hey, man, T, move down.
It's a tearjerker!
Cheer for the stumbles. The he shoulda had that's. And the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There, you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
And back into Dahlonega, last timeout of the ball game. North Georgia will be heading to their first victory of the season. It's been very impressive. So many players getting involved in the offense. It's good to see.
At the free throw line for 2 shots. And the first one is good. Is Whiteside. He's got 3 points. Trusted Whiteside out of Landrum, South Carolina. 6'3", 170-pounder sophomore. This one is up and it's good as well. He's got 4. Here come the Nighthawks. Brennan gets it to Verracchione down low, and Michael puts that big body up.
They're on the low post.
Now, on the low post and puts it off the glass. He's got 8. Verracchione is 6'6", 220 out of Massachusetts. Got 100 seconds left in this one. 87-65 Nighthawks. Sean Brennan off to Holmes on the left side. Guarded over there by Brennan. And they get it to Lieberman, who is slammed by Verracchione. Body check.
Say, nuh-uh. No, you don't.
That's Michael's second.
Let's say Michael denied him the shot.
I would say that was denied was a good way to put that. Lieberman, though, is a pretty good foul shooter. He's 2 for 2 this game. He's got 14 points. 15, nothing but net.
Hope we get a chance to talk to Coach Chris Faulkner after the game.
This one's on the way, and it is good as well. He's got 16, and the score, 87-67. 20-point game for the Nighthawks as Holmes is going to commit a foul finally. I thought I'd already had him for one, but apparently I picked up a wrong signal from the official. That's his first officially. And that's pretty amazing because he's been in everybody's face all night long. It's Brennan with the ball. Flips it over on the right side to Taylor Guthrie, who's checked into the game. Guthrie with it right now. He gets it to Varacchione on the low post. Throws it back up to Corey Green. Varacchione got the 8-foot shot. Hung, will not go. Tap was no good. Rebounded by Wesleyan. They try to get it way out front. Thought about a three, did Holmes. Instead puts it on the floor and backs it back out. Whiteside with the ball. And
that's a timeout. Looking for subs coming, I believe, for Southern Wesleyan.
Got a 30-second timeout.
North Georgia had Taylor Guthrie come in, the Lumpkin County native, local product.
Now Tomas Suska will check in for the Warriors. They've also got another man that's not seen it, Josh Coleman, will also check in. Suska out of Bratislava, Slovakia. Coleman a little closer, Pendleton, South Carolina. Darius Sharp with the ball. 40 seconds on the scoreboard clock. They try to get it out of Coleman, will fumble it away, but saves it. And throws it back up to Jerome Winfrey. And on the right side, a long three-point shot put up by Sharp. Rebounded by Lieberman. They get it way back out. Another three-point shot is put up this time by Winfrey. He's going to get his name in the scoring book. He's got 3 points, 87-67. Shot clock is off. In the corner. Long shot put up that time by Guthrie. Rebounded by the Warriors. Here comes Sharp. Throws it over, and the guy from Slovakia will bang one home from three-point land, way in the right corner. And they're just going to let the clock run out on that one. 87-73 is going to be your final. The big man from Slovakia scores the last points of the game. 87-73, that's your final.
They scored 6 quick points there to end the ball game. So North Georgia comes up with a 14-point victory. 87-73 is your final score. Again, be the first one to call me on Monday at 770-297-7485 or 706-531-1330. The final score, North Georgia 87, Southern Wesleyan 73. And I'll give you 2 gift cards from Jim McClure's Captain D Seafood Restaurants, courtesy of Glory 1330 GTJ Radio, your radio station for North Georgia basketball. Looking forward to talking with Coach Chris Faulkner here in the postgame show.
And here he is.
Thank you very much. Let you take the microphone. Thank you very much, Gary.